Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Take 5. It's Tuesday, August 9th, 2011. We are in Mark chapter 6, verse 1. He went away from there and came to his hometown, and his disciples followed him. And on the Sabbath he began to teach in the synagogue, and many who heard him were astonished, saying, "Where did this man get these things? What is the wisdom given to him? How are such mighty works done by his hands? Is not this the carpenter, the son of Mary, and brother of James, and Joseph, and Judas, and Simon? And are not his sisters here with us?" And they took offense at him. And Jesus said to them, "A prophet is not without honor, except in his hometown, and among his relatives, and in his own household. And he could do no mighty work there, except that he laid his hands on a few sick people, and healed them. And he marveled because of their unbelief." You've heard the old expression, by the way, welcome to Headline News. You've heard the old expression, familiarity breeds contempt. Well, that's what happened here. They knew Jesus. They watched him when he was a little bitty baby. Maybe some of them babysat him. They watched him with his runny nose and his skint knees. They watched him. I don't know if he pulled little Susie's pigtails or whatever back then. We know he didn't sin, but I imagine he did get into some mischief a little bit that boys get into. And he was a normal kid. They saw that. He was a carpenter. He wasn't a king. He wasn't a prophet. They'd bring their broken table leg to him and he'd fix it. Or, he'd show up at their house and fix the leak. That's what he did. He was a regular guy. And now here he is. And he's doing miracles. And he's saying that he's come from God. And he's teaching the Word of God with authority. And it's basically like, who do you think you are? Familiarity breeds contempt. And they rejected him. And he said only in his hometown and among his own people is a prophet without honor. He'd go to other places and the crowds would throng to him, but not in his hometown. But that concept could still be true even with you. You've been with Jesus. If you've been with Jesus a long, long time, sometimes that familiarity can breed contempt. You don't really appreciate him anymore. He's been doing what he's been doing in your life for so long, you don't appreciate him. Those of you who just got saved, who are very recent Christians, don't understand this, because you're like, wow, he's amazing, he's awesome, he's filled my life with so many good things, he's given me hope, he's given me dreams, he's given me a future, he's taken away all my pain, all my sin, all my sadness. Well, not, and it's almost too much, because he can't take away everything. But he has transformed your life, and you're like, wow, he's amazing. But if you've been a Christian a long time, the contempt can start coming in, or maybe not so much contempt, just you take him for granted. Kind of like if you've been married to somebody a long time, you don't do the special things you used to do. You don't honor them the way you did. You don't look at them the same way. That woman doesn't take your breath away like she used to. That man doesn't sweep you off your feet like he used to. The same thing can happen with Jesus. So I would encourage you to not let that happen. And we're reading some amazing things Jesus did. You read them too, and go back and just get that fresh look at Jesus and look at him again with those new eyes, like you did when you first came to him. And be impressed with him again. Don't let familiarity breed contempt like the people in his hometown. Don't let that happen in your own life. Let him amaze you again, because he is an amazing God. And I'm thankful after nearly 30 years as his son, as a Christian, that I'm continually blown away and amazed by what he does. I hope you are too. Come back tomorrow for the next edition of Take 5.